Chavez, Sanchez, Marquez, just a few of the many great Mexicans who have fought their way to world glory from a country that worships its boxing heroes. And now it's the turn of the hard-hitting Rocky Hernandez as he comes to Cancun looking to add his name to that famous list of Mexican world champions. David Ramirez puts his unbeaten record on the line against fellow Mexican Jose Rosas. Ramirez's last two fights have taken place here in Cancun, with both ending in knockout victories. And tonight, the 21-year-old is in against Jose Rosas, who has struggled to recapture the form which saw him win his first 4 fights in his career, 3 of those coming early. So kicking things off for us here in Mexico. Corey Erdman, Gabe Rosado, and Claudia Trejos. Delighted to be calling the action for you ringside all night long. Looking forward to a fantastic main event a little bit later on. As David Ramirez, you see early using that massive reach. And one thing we've seen Ramirez do so well in the early stages in his career is kind of, Gabe, negotiate that range, use the long range, and then walk his opponent into a nice counter shot.
Yeah, Corey, you know, that's exactly what I want to see from Ramirez with his height and reach advantage, is use that jab.
What you see in that Canelo Alvarez gym is that kind of patient footwork that we're seeing from Ramirez right now, just kind of walking your opponent into the spots that you want him in.
Corey, and not only that, look at the diligence behind that jab, using that reach and that circular motion that we've seen on Canelo so often. He's actually working that to the T.
One thing I like to see is Ramirez go down to the body. He's throwing good combinations up top, but you want to break your man down to the body as well.
I just have a little bit of an issue because he leads with his head, and that's why he has to go for that overhand right. And obviously, you're dealing with a much taller guy, so that's not being effective at all. I can hear the instructions. Ibarra telling Rosas to have more waist movement, more head movement, just to follow through your thought, Corey.
Very mad just to get to the body. A little bit of head movement, lands something along the belt line of Ramirez. Ramirez comes right back with a shot of his own. Gabe, good to see Ramirez not shying away from the body work after that earlier warning.
For sure. You know, it's good. He's going to the body. You want to keep going to the body and breaking this guy down, because his game is just to be aggressive and keep walking you down. Ramirez is to keep popping that jab, and he's popping the jab. It's a quick little jab for measurement. I like to see him step into it, put some power behind that jab.
Good action here to close out the round. Ramirez willing to stand and trade with Rosas a little bit more, and lands a shot a tad late. That'll do it for round 5.
You know, Ramirez, he has good skills. He has a good jab. He uses range good, but you know, at the same time, another weapon in boxing is having that killer instinct. When you see that you have a guy where you can hurt him and land shots easily, you know, just sit on your shots. And that doesn't mean being out of control and throwing reckless punches. Be smart as you use your combinations.
And I also think, sorry to cut you off there, Claudia, but I think also what you're talking about, Gabe, is moving for the sake of setting up a shot, not just for the sake of moving.
For sure. If you're going to step over, you're setting up a counter. You know, right there, he stays in the pocket and he throws great combinations and it lands flush. So if you see that that's working for you, why don't you stay consistent to that pace?
And I'm just going to remind you guys, he only has 10 fights. He's only 21 years old. So he has the skills, and he just, again, perfect performance.
He just hurt his guy.
And that's the second punch after the bell, but the action started before the bell.
The right hands again from Ramirez. Those last shots at the end of the round, Gabe, that was the first time we've really seen Rosas visibly hurt in any way.
He hurt him. And right now, put your foot on the gas and get him out of there. Get him out of there. Your man's still not recovered. He's still hurt. You can still see it. He's a bit wobbled. Get him out of there. Pressure. Right now, throw the combinations. You've been in camp with Canelo, so you know what power combination punches are all about. And right now, that's what he has to display.
I like the way he just doubled up on that jab, and then with the right, just follow through.
These right hands right now just cannot miss from Ramirez. One after another, snapping the head back to Rosas, and then the uppercut, and that is it. Javid Ramirez steps on the gas, and he gets Rosas out of there in the 8th and final round.
And that could have happened 4 rounds ago.
True.
To be honest.
Super featherweight contender Eduardo Sugar Nunez, who stole the show in his last appearance here on DAZN with an absolutely brutal one-punch second-round knockout over the unbeaten Martin Seca. That was his knockout win, number 24, and tonight he aims at number 25 when he comes up against the Colombian Oscar Escandón. Escandón not quite as bullish as he normally is in the opening rounds, and a lot of that I'm sure has to do with that pawing lead hand from Eduardo Nunez, who's ripping some shots on the inside right now. This is not where Escandón wants to be.
And I like the variations of shots that Nunez is throwing. Left uppercuts, hook up top, switching it up. Throwing punches from different angles, that was good.
Oh, big right hand, and Escandón is down in a heap.
Quick shoulder roll, came back with that right uppercut. Solid.
Oh, Escandón is up, but he is not all there, and the referee agrees. Another sugar-sweet knockout for Eduardo Nunez. Wow.
Escandón's looking at him like, man, you got me. That was...
And Carlos de Leon in the corner of Guerrero, Escandón was telling him, stay away from that close hook that was gonna, you know, he was actually telling him in the first round, stay away from that hook.
He might have twice as many knockout victories as Huni has had fights, but the prospect from down under was a successful amateur and claimed the Australian title in his first fight as a professional. And since then, he's picked up several international titles, but tonight, he knows he's in for a hard night's work against the man from Vegas. Round 1, scheduled for 10.
You know, right away, Corey, you see that Huni is the much bigger heavyweight, where Tabiti is coming up from the cruiserweight division.
You mentioned the rash of injuries that Huni has suffered as he eats a nice left hook there from Tabiti that have slowed his progress.
Huni missed with that counter right hand, but I see that he's trying to land
hands there from Tabiti and Huni as well. Two quick heavyweights in here in the opening round. Huni, extremely quick for his size, a terrific athlete. Snappy jab there from Huni as he digs a right hand to the body.
10 seconds.
Yeah, Tabiti not particularly eager to lead the dance here in the 8th, but there's a nice shot over the top, as I say that. Beautiful counter, and that one is excited. The Tabiti corner. Huni trying to battle back as he rips shots to the body.
So we know that he can take a punch.
And Tortico is one of the most fearsome punchers that the cruiserweight division has seen in recent years.
I agree.
Final 10 seconds of this contest. Another sweeping right hand there from Tabiti, who's had lots of good moments in this fight. High-level stuff from start to finish from Huni and Tabiti.
Damas y caballeros, después 10 asaltos, vámonos a la decisión de los jueces. We go to the judges' score totals. They read as follows. Javier Alvarez, 100-90. Gustavo Padilla and Alexis Marin both scored the bout 98-92. All three for your winner by unanimous decision. And the new WBA International Heavyweight Champion, Justice J.P.H. Huni.
The 25-year-old has been in impressive form as of late. 6 big wins since his only defeat back in 2019. But you have to go back even longer since the champion, O'Shaquie Foster, was last on the wrong end of a decision. That was way back in 2016. And 10 wins since then have culminated in that WBC title victory in February of this year. One of the best pure knockout punchers on the planet. Here we go, our main event underway. O'Shaquie Foster, Rocky Hernandez, the WBC super featherweight title on the line. Foster said to expect a dominant performance here tonight as Hernandez tries to step in with that left hook. Hernandez so far, Gabe, doing a good job staying small on the entry as well. He's not really giving Foster a big target.
Exactly. He's coming in. He's staying low, staying away from the counter. And I
Counter right hand there from Foster.
Yeah, I think this approach that Rocky's bringing could be a little surprising to Foster because, you know, Rocky's just not showing that he's a power puncher. He's showing that he has good IQ. Nice right hook to the body by Rocky.
Saw a little smile from Foster, maybe a little bit of an acknowledgement. I think reading between the lines, Claudia, of what you heard there, that's what I think they mean by it's going to smooth out.
I'm pretty sure that's what he meant. But I'm concerned because regardless, Rocky's a very dangerous fighter and he puts him in the corner like that.
Good combination there. A nice right hand from O'Shaquie Foster to end the round.
And Rocky just needs to find a hole in between because the moving around wasn't working. Trying to lay on the ropes and counter is not working because Rocky is too active.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because Kei Kimura just asked him to not only stay in front of him, but change speed and do a variation between speed and power.
Decoy shots, yeah. Makes sense. You want to switch it up on Rocky where you want to throw some pitter-patter shots and sneak in a hard one.
There's a nice uppercut a moment ago from Foster, but there's the uppercut from Hernandez. Back and forth action on the inside here between Foster and Hernandez.
I like this right here for Foster a lot better than what he was doing. Just stay in the pocket and shoot with him. Stay sharp on the defense, but stay in the pocket.
And watch that out movement by Rocky. He's moving towards his left.
Nice. Short uppercut. Switching the angle, ripping to the body. Rocky's using angle, so it's difficult for Foster right now to time him.
This is impressive stuff from Hernandez. These pivots, these shifts on the inside. When you think of Hernandez as kind of this brute force puncher, he's showing some nuance here against a very talented defensive fighter in O'Shaquie Foster.
And Rocky's starting to sit on some hard shots right now.
This right hand
nice
from
shot
Hernandez.
by Foster.
Nice shot from Foster in reply. Trading right hands in the center of the ring are Foster and Hernandez.
Man, Rocky's making it so difficult for Foster because these shots are coming from all kind of angles. Rocky's doing what Foster's corner's asking for. Switching speeds and switching power.
And it's just missed with a massive left hook. Just sailed past the chin of Foster a moment ago. Final 10 seconds now of round 7, the most action-packed round of this fight.
Nice body shot by Rocky.
Hernandez backing up at least temporarily, and it's O'Shaquie Foster back to that southpaw stance. Some of his best work has come as a lefty in this fight, and really the most aggressive, the most spiteful, to use the UK commentary term, the most spiteful work has come from Foster. Hernandez is in trouble. Just as we say that, Foster has found the shot. Hernandez in absolute disarray.
And there's a lot of round left.
Rocky
holding on to dear life.
An eternity for Hernandez to survive. The
it looks like
champion.
Foster's gonna finish this one. Rocky is not looking good.
Rocky looking at his corner, O'Shaquie Foster with 1:45 to close the show here in round 11.
And Rocky needs to pay attention to the champion and stop looking at his corner. He's hurt bad.
Hernandez looks absolutely out of it. He is not focusing at all. Foster all over him.
He cannot go into this exchange.
The champion's digging deep. I said it. The champion got to need him to dig deep. And that's what he's doing. And he gets hit with a big right hand.
Hernandez
And the
Foster. An unbelievable turnaround.
Big shots by Rocky.
Yep, but he cannot just leave himself open like this.
Big body shot. And he's digging deep.
Where is Rocky Hernandez finding this?
Man, this is all hard right here. Skills out the window. This is all hard will and determination. He wants it.
Hernandez just got blasted with an uppercut.
Man, what a round.
An absolutely incredible round. Hernandez's corner.
The champion's hurt bad, getting hit with right hooks.
Hernandez's corner is going nuts. Hector Fernandez is on the other side of the ring.
Wow, big shots. Man.
Everybody's standing up.
You might have just watched the round of the year.
Man, Rocky was hurt bad, but he's coming back big.
An outrageous round.
Wow, best round of the year, baby. Best round of the year. He's fighting it. He came back strong, but I think Rocky's
down goes Hernandez.
Wow.
And that will be scored a knockdown.
That's a 10-8 round.
The man.
Well, now Hernandez has no choice but to go for it, but he is hurt. Can Foster close the show? Wow. He had an opportunity in round 11.
The champion's going for the kill. The champion's going for the kill when he got him hurt. It looks like he's going down.
Hernandez said he's willing to go down like a champion. Foster tried to keep him down to ensure victory. The blood pouring out of the face of Rocky Hernandez, and he crumbles to the mat. The crowd is silenced here in Cancun.
This is now a 10-7 round.
Not reacting well to the official right now. 45 seconds remaining.
Man,
Hernandez all over the place.
The champion got to keep pressing, but Rocky got to hold on. Rocky don't know how to hold on.
He doesn't want to hold on.
He has to.
Foster
He has to.
goes for it.
my God.
He
Not the
has
fight.
closed the show.
Foster holds on to his world title. He needed a knockout. He needed a knockout, and he got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Hector Afu calls a halt to this contest. The official time of the stoppage, 2 minutes and 38 seconds of round number 12. Your winner by TKO and still the WBC Super Featherweight Champion of the World.